Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And I listened to the Parliamentary Secretary's speech with great interest, and certainly will be curious to go back to listen to some of her comments regarding resource development and provincial jurisdiction. I'm not quite sure the context in which those comments were made, but certainly will be interesting. There's been a number of individuals who have highlighted the fact that this seems to have been delayed quite significantly. This is simply another extension on top of a number of other extensions. So I'm curious to ask the member specifically. Is this something that we're going to see come before the House again before the end of the year, looking for another extension on top of this, or does it appear that the negotiations are going along at the rate which can see that this transition actually is in fact a transition and not simply another step that will require a further transitional agreement? Thank you.
Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Northern Affairs.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Chair. And of course, what we're doing today is basically an amendment around a time process to establish the transitional regulations as was introduced previous. But I guess what I would say to the member is that we've been working very diligently as a government with Newfoundland and Labrador and with Nova Scotia to develop permanent regulations and regulations that are tailored directly to the offshore industry in those particular regions. So as I've said in my speech, we're dealing with some of the most remote and dangerous places in the country to work, and the workers there deserve to have the amount of time, interest, and knowledge invested into ensuring that these regulations are not only tailored to the dangerous and remote working conditions that they find themselves in, but they're also there to ensure that they are safe. So we know these are complex regulations. It is our hope that it will be completed in the timetable that have been outlined. And we're not foreseeing at this stage that there could be further delay.